You know, a lot has been made of how the Bush family, they're more serious Republicans. You know, they don't support Trump. George W. Bush, not a big Trump guy. Jeb Bush, seemingly not a big Trump guy. But in comes George P. Bush, and he's just on his knees, seemingly praying at the altar of Trump. And I think I know what it is that's going on here. He sounds almost like QAnon in this interview. Check this out where he says, no, I'm my own man. And Trump is great. This Bush loves Trump. Take a look.
And so when I talk about my record, whether it's as land commissioner or my support of Trump, you know, I just stick to the facts. The fact is that in 2016, I was one of the first statewide elected officials to come out and support him. I raised $1.5 million in support of Republican candidates with him at the top of the ticket. And it was a high watermark for Republican Party politics in the state of Texas. And in 2020, I boldly declared that Trump was the only thing standing between our country, the American people, and socialism. And lo and behold, I've turned out to be correct, with over $30 trillion in total spending, $6 trillion in just next year's annual budget. So when you look at my policies, I'm all about America first. Trump is the center of the Republican Party. I'm my own man. I support him, and we need to carry on that legacy, capture the lightning that he brought to the Republican Party so that we can help all of our fellow Republicans down ballot.
So through the holiday season this year, you're the son of Jeb Bush. The conversations must be fascinating. You're very strong, very distinct in your support for the president. We know that many members of your family do not like him. Is there been any pressure on you? Do you not have those conversations? How do you handle that?
Well, I think we're just like any American family in that we have our differences of opinion, whether it's with respect to President Trump, whether it's respect to hot button issues.
I mean, again, it's very similar to the type of stuff you hear at a Trump rally, right? Trump stopped socialism in its tracks, and now Biden is proof of how important that was. Out of this world sort of stuff. And what I would love to see asked as a question here is, okay, George P. Bush, that's interesting. Since you support Trump and you think Trump's great, was Trump right when Trump said that your uncle George W. Bush lied us into a pointless war with Iraq? Would George P. Bush agree with that? Is Trump the Lord and Savior on that particular question? I think this is nothing other than obvious, brazen brown-nosing for future help from Donald Trump, if indeed Donald Trump is still in a position of power. And what I mean by that is, George P. Bush is running for Texas Attorney General. Texas is almost certainly going to play a major role in the future of American politics, maybe even in 2024. Trump might be back in. Trump might be the Republican nominee in 2024. Trump being president or not could depend on Texas. And Trump would absolutely crush this guy if he doesn't get in line. That's fundamentally what's going on here. I don't even know if George P. Bush really believes this stuff. Like, some part of me is, okay, George P. Bush is so wacky that he thinks Trump is great. That's terrible. That's a huge indictment of George P. Bush. The other side is he's just a liar. And he's of the George W. Bush, Jeb Bush, George H.W. Bush mindset about Trump. But he's saying this stuff because he thinks it will benefit him in the future, because he might need Trump's help, or at least he wants to avoid Trump's disdain. Either way, it's vile. Either the guy is an idiot or he's a complete and total liar. And I don't know which is worse, but it's not good. Not good is the way I would describe it. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. Let me know what you think about George P. Bush. Does he believe this stuff about Trump? Or is he simply trying to play towards Trump's support at some point in the future when he needs it? I'm on Twitter at @Pakman. Let me know. What a great program we have for you today. We'll take some of your calls next. We've had 2 weeks in a row of beautiful calls. I'm feeling pretty good about a third week, and then much more coming up. Stay with us. One of our sponsors is Four Sigmatic, the company best known for their delicious mushroom coffee. Four Sigmatic's mushroom coffee is organic, fair trade, single origin Arabica coffee with both lion's mane and chaga mushrooms. Chaga mushrooms have actually been shown to have potential in supporting the immune system in peer-reviewed studies. I've been drinking Four Sigmatic coffee a lot lately. It actually doesn't taste anything like mushrooms. It just tastes like any delicious coffee, but it's really easy on my stomach, doesn't give me any jittery feeling or a midday crash, and they have over 20,000 five-star reviews. And best of all, if you don't love it, you'll get 100% of your money back because they stand behind their product. You've got nothing to lose by giving it a try. Four Sigmatic is giving my audience up to 40% off and free shipping when you go to foursigmatic.com/Pakman. The link is right underneath this video.